Socrates, Steve Jobs, and Albert Einstein all had this one key feature in common, and you may too. If you are in school, keep listening, because you might find the missing link to your whole school system. Let's start in Athens. Time is 50 years before Jesus' birth. There is a prophet who gives an oracle. She says, Socrates is the wisest person in all the earth. Who is Socrates? Socrates was born of a stonemason and a midwife. He didn't look that good. He walked barefooted, and people called him restless. Socrates received the oracle and at first rejected it. No, I cannot be the wisest person. I'm just a regular, if not below average person in all of Athens. So, in order to prove his unworthiness, he questioned politicians, philosophers, and even regular people about topics he found interesting. He went pretty deep in his questions, and throughout all his questions he realized no one is wise. They all think they are smart, but they're not humble enough to receive other arguments, and they think they're right when they're actually wrong. Through his probing questions, Socrates developed a view of the world not too far from the modern man. He rejected Roman mythology because he saw the gods being very disobedient to the moral code, and instead he believed only in one god. Socrates' disruptive behavior caused him to die of hemlock, as he was executed for questioning people. Let's fast forward to the 1800s in Germany. Albert Einstein was pretty smart in math and physics. He did well, but some teachers called him restless and causing a ruckus in class. Einstein did fairly well in school and university. However, he didn't get the top tier science job. He got a science job, but not top tier. And Einstein would look at physics-based inventions and evaluate if they were good to use. Einstein usually finished his work quickly because what probed him the most was actually questions about physics and the earth and light. Through his questionings, he found out things about the earth and even introduced E equals mc squared. Let's fast forward to the 1970s. In California, we meet a person named Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs got bored easily in class. He didn't really want the answers. He wanted understanding. One thing that he really liked was playing around with technology. He would get these sets of technology that he could build, like a radio. He realized that you could make nothing to something, even if you were given all the parts. Steve Jobs went to college, but he later drops out and does some of his random classes, including calligraphy, which later defined Apple's key design features. His main question he asked was, why can't tech be accessible, universal, and for all civilians, not just for scientists or nerds, which started Apple. Apple introduced the user experience as a top priority. But what did they all have in common? Curiosity. They were all curious about the foundations of their knowledge. They were wondering, how does things work? Is this even true? Should we be following this ideology? Their curiosity led them to create things that should be in the world, and led them to question things that shouldn't be in the world. They were misfits. Society didn't want them, but as they introduced their knowledge to the world while they were alone, they realized society needs them. They were wondering the whole time about these questions, and through their curiosity in their field, found answers. Whenever Jesus spoke to his disciples, he never gave them just the answer to everything, but he would speak in questions and sometimes riddles to make the people think. There's a saying in Proverbs that the beginning of wisdom is fear of the Lord. Fearing the Lord means a rejection of your own thoughts and a striving for the knowledge of God. Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, and Socrates saw the mysteries of the world, which people would often answer with simple answers. They were different because they were curious in finding the true answers, and they worked hard, and they found answers that were more in line with God's truth. They went through the mysteries of the world, and because they were humble about
learning and their curiosity, they learned a lot.
Yeah, sure. Learning in school can be easy to track, and you can add progressive overload to it. But I don't think learning is the only thing that we should focus on in school. Creativity, curiosity. I mean, aren't these things we should pursue for as well? Because school isn't just about giving back information, but it's also introducing new information and learning. The danger of the school system to curiosity is that kids can come into school very curious, very creative. Their first assignments are amazing, but later on, as it's just all about the marks, they just care about answers. Is this the right answer? Is this going to be on the test? They don't really care about learning things to a deeper level. They don't care about the inventions they could make, or how do things even work. And unfortunately, because students lose curiosity in subjects, their productivity goes down. And you know, your jobs could be much better if you actually found it interesting, and if you actually studied it a bit more, it might be more interesting. Unfortunately, school is teaching kids that it's okay to find something boring and to just write answers. It might be your future job. It might be your future job to just do boring stuff. And that's okay. I mean, you have to have a work family balance. It's not all about work, but you spend so much time in work. So I think curiosity should be key, because it makes you more happier in work and more happier in life. As you start unraveling the mysteries of life and you wonder, wow, this is beautiful. So keep wondering, stay curious, and even argue your case in front of teachers, respectfully. Thank you.